Hello, welcome back to Loose Women this Wednesday lunchtime. Great to have you with us. Now, we've got to admit our guilty pleasure TV viewing sometimes includes shows featuring tears, tantrums and supersonic screaming matches, and it was these ingredients which helped to make this year's Celebrity Big Brother must-see TV. It also made household names here in the UK of this controversial couple. Ah, and they are here. It is Spidey. Hello. Good to see you. And now you're out of the house and you're not playing the game and being the villains. Are we meeting the real Spidey now?
We're still on TV, so I don't know how real I can be. But I mean, definitely there's no reason I can be friendly and we can have a cup of tea and
But you
get
don't
along.
have to like us.
No, I like people in the real world, usually always.
Right, okay.
In a setting where I'm paid to not like people,
You will not like them.
Did
you? Were you disappointed not to win?
No. Ryland deserved...
Yeah, he did. He deserved
But did you think you were going to win when... Because you said many times in there, we are going to win.
I mean, it's playing the game, you know, you gotta be overconfident. But he was a star for that show, you know, like, he's been watching that show for 10 years and understands, and he played it as the lovable, nice guy. And heroes usually win.
And you tweeted him, actually, didn't you? Because he was tweeting, and he was saying missing everyone in the house, and you said, yeah, missing you too. And you said, so glad you won. The best man always wins.
It's true.
But when you were asked to go in the show, did they tell you what role you had to play?
No, they just said we had to be competitive, and you know, we have a very competitive nature, and we wanted to go in to win it and put on a good show and make it, you know, fun and entertaining. But we thought from the beginning that Ryland would win. I mean, he really loved the show. He was supposed to be on the civilian version of it a few years ago, and he just really loved it. So we were so happy for him. It was like one of his life goals.
But is it, you're kind of, you know, veteran reality stars, I suppose, for the hills and things. So is it just second nature to you? You know, if we put you now into another reality show, you know, in the jungle or something, you would just know how to do it.
We have been to the jungle before, so I don't know how fast we get Heidi back in there.
Go back to the jungle.
But yeah, reality TV, you know, we've been doing it almost 9 years now, and it's so much fun. So we approach it differently than other people approach it.
How different was the Big Brother experience to all the other reality stuff you've done? Because you mentioned Ryland, and I think we'll all agree that Ryland, from the very beginning, only ever was himself. That's what my take on him is. Whereas you guys, you went in there to play a game. Would you say that's fair to say?
I think everyone in there was playing their game. So whether that's themselves on camera or not, but our game was just flagrant and obvious, you know. And I think everyone who goes and lives on camera is definitely different than they are behind closed doors at their home.
Was the experience exactly what you thought it was going to be, or was it? In what way?
I think you can't really comprehend, you know, living in there and being in there 24 hours a day. And it's a very intense environment, and everyone is tired and everyone is worn out. And so everyone just, you know, is a little bit snippy in here and there. And you only see 40 minutes of 24 hours a day, so it's really hard to kind of comprehend.
And you did not only were you tired.
Any part of it, any of the reactions that you had? Do you think, I wish we hadn't reacted, I wish we'd have thought about that before we said things, or?
Well, I don't really regret it. I might, you know, it's hard to see in retrospect too, but in the moment, I would have reacted the same because it was, you know, very challenging and very hard, and I was just trying not to quit, to be honest, because it was so intense.
Well, you didn't quit, and you know, you were there right to the last evening, and then we saw this other side of you, Spencer. You saying people got tired, and they also got very emotional, particularly you. So let's just remind you of that.
Oh yes. Yeah,
You wouldn't look at it, but was that just acting?
If I was that good of an actor, I wouldn't be a reality star.
Yeah, I believe that,
Let's put it that way.
Why did you?
I was just so emotionally drained. I've never been, you know, on camera 24 hours for 3 weeks playing the villain. Usually I get to go home, you know, cool down, go back to work, and it was just like...
And a part of us really likes everyone on the show. You know, like, we've had our moments and our ups and downs, but I think out of the house especially, you know, you really have your moments of connecting with everyone, and I thought everyone at the end was really lovely, and they all deserved to be there. So it was just a very intense, hard experience to go through, and to share that with that people at that moment was just, you know, very touching.
And did you really know that when you went off and you did your so-called, they were doing questions for you and you were answering and you thought it was to the internet, did you really know that that was them?
See, I was memorizing the rules every day, so I was so bored, and the #1 rule in Big Brother on the basic rules is no contact with the outside world. So I already knew. I didn't know it was The house, I thought it was the producers, and then the second thing, when you're in a task room, they took us to a task room. We didn't go to like a studio to do it. So I'm like, we're in a task room. They're giving us candy and water, you know. So we kept playing, and you know, and it's more fun.
I want to know what you're really like. If you live your entire life out through reality TV, when you wake up in the morning back in America, what person are you?
Very
if there's not a
lovely.
camera on you.
Well,
very
thankfully,
lovely.
cameras aren't on us all the time. So
Yeah,
you know,
but you have security guards.
Well, because people do want to come meet us, and you know, so that's fun.
Vader and Venom.
We were
Yeah.
talking earlier, Heidi, about people working at their relationships. You know, you must work at it. And the one thing, whatever people said about you, all the housemates said you were such a close couple. You seem to have this amazing marriage and friendship and love. Do you work at that? Do you...
Yeah, we do. We don't dwell on the past and on fights, and neither of us really like fighting. I think it's important to be truthful and honest and to say how you feel, but to be like, remember when this happened and that, we never do that.
You
we
don't
just
rake over
We've
your...
we've
Yeah,
actually
keep
got
moving
a
forward.
question from Janet, one of our viewers.
My mom's name's Janet. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Janet. And she wants to know that you obviously spend a lot of time rowing with the other housemates in the house, but what does Spencer and Heidi row about?
Our biggest rows are about where we're going to eat.
Serious,
yeah.
like,
That'll kill any
you know,
relationship.
Yeah.
So
He
one
doesn't
Italian, all one Chinese. I mean, we love the
Yeah.
same food, but it's what nights.
So
it's
who
just
wins normally?
Yeah.
So I've got on here, it's from Laura. She says, you're clearly a devoted couple. Who are the inspirations for your marriage?
I would say Spencer's parents are a huge inspiration for our marriage, and they've been married 30 years.
33 years.
And they're the funniest, most loving, amazing couple. And my parents, even though they were divorced younger, but both of them were remarried, and I've been married for 20, 30 years.
And you obviously also, you've mentioned Posh and Becks
Oh,
before.
we love
You've done
the
a photo
Beckhams.
shoot
We
this
love
week
the
with
Beckhams.
the thrones. Like,
Yeah.
what is it about?
Well, we had to
Posh and Becks
copy
that you
their photo shoot because they have always been just incredible. We love their family. Looks like, you know, a model shoot always. And you know, David at one time was the most hated from a red card in the World Cup and went from being so hated to being back loved. So to me, I feel like if I can, you know, be hated, you know, there's still a light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, and Heidi loves dressing nice and like Victoria.
And they're
so.
family people. That's what I love. They're very family oriented. They have their boys and their lovely new girl.
Are you guys planning on having a family soon? Is that something that you see in your future, or?
Not soon.
Well, I'm the whole, like, an intention person, so if I start talking about kids, all of a sudden we're going to have a kid next week, so I'm like, you know, she's only 26, so...
But Spencer, if you had a family, would you put them on TV in a reality show?
No,
I don't think
I would
so.
not. That's my main thing. I don't want to have kids because I feel so bad. We're gonna have to change their
Well, listen,
names.
we loved watching. We loved
They're not
watching
related
you.
to us.
We did love watching
Thank you.
And I'm
Thank
sorry you
you.
didn't win, but please say thank you to
Thank
Spidey.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's it.
This is lovely.
We will see you tomorrow.